E00043. Today we're going to talk about investing in crypto along with Scarlett and Aaron from Luno. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Okay, welcome. For the benefit of our audience, could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Aaron. I'm the country manager for Luno Malaysia. I've been involved in the cryptocurrency space since 2016, so 4 years now. Really excited to share some thoughts today.
Hi, my name is Scarlett. I'm the Partnerships and Affiliates Lead for Luno Malaysia. I've been involved in the crypto space for close to 2 years already, so excited to be here.
How would you describe investing in crypto to someone new?
I would say investing in crypto, or just take Bitcoin for example. I would say investing in Bitcoin is a bit like investing in gold, but it's a digital version of gold. And unlike, say, investing in gold, you can start with very low amounts, and it's something that's very valuable and also has the potential to increase in value over the next, say, 5 to 10 years.
So how would I describe investing in crypto to someone that's new to it is that treat it as a way that it's a new asset class to be invested in. So you may have been investing in stocks or bonds and other kind of stuff. So crypto is just an additional new type of asset class that you can try. And as what Aaron has mentioned, you can do invest in a small amount, and yeah, it's quite interesting.
Could you share with us 3 tips on investing in crypto?
So in Malaysia, there's the Securities Commission has regulated and approved digital asset exchanges to allow people to invest in crypto safely and in a regulated way. Now there are several of these. I would love to say come invest in Luno, but Luno is one of the regulated platforms. And the reason for using a regulated platform is it's important because there are a lot of scams, there are a lot of dodgy platforms. There are platforms that operate from very obscure locations overseas. Now, if you are a very sophisticated investor, if you've been in the space for years, you might be able to tell the difference between what's dodgy, what's okay, what's not. But I think for most people who are still learning about the space, it's very important to use a regulated exchange, because then you can have the safety and peace of mind that you're using something that's safe. I just want to say that the regulators, or rather the Securities Commission, when they came out with the rules, they had the investor protection top of mind, number one. So everything from the safety of the funds to make sure that there's no cyber attacks, they take care of all this. So hence, when people use regulated exchanges, then they should be able to have much more peace of mind.
Investing in crypto, you should always start small. So which means that you should start investing in maybe 10 ringgit or even 100 ringgit or up to 1,000 or more if you have the capability to do so. So I think it's that because the nature of the technology and everything, you can start investing, owning a fraction of Bitcoin as low as 3 ringgit. So we always encourage new investors that just come on board, study about it, and start putting a little bit of your fund to invest in crypto, and take it from there.
I want to this point, do you think there's a optimum amount of people to start investing in crypto? Is there such, or like the best amount that people can get some return out of it, or or should it be based on the investors' their own capacity?
Yeah, I think like any other investment, I used to get annoyed, right? When I go and read the financial planning kind of stuff, and it always says, oh, it depends on your risk appetite and stuff. It sounds like very fluffy, but as I became older and hopefully wiser, I realized that it's true. Different people have different risk profiles. So a very rich guy, he could lose 100, 500 ringgit. Doesn't matter to him. Doesn't mean anything to him. But for somebody, let's say a young person, even if you lose 10 ringgit, 20 ringgit, it might mean something. So I think everyone should start with the thing that people want to have in mind is that it's something new. It has potential to grow a lot, but you also need to grow in terms of learning. So yeah, whether that's 3 ringgit, 5 ringgit, 10 ringgit, I think everyone should be able to start with something they are willing to experiment with. That's the way I look at it.
So I agree with what Aaron mentioned earlier on. So it really depends on the risk appetite as well as the strategy as an investor that you decided to take on. Whether are you the kind, a more risk averse kind of investors where you only decided to allocate a small portion of your funds to invest, in a longer term kind of thing, or you're the type of investors where you like the risk and you wanted to invest a little bit more because you wanted to see a quicker returns or a higher amount kind of thing. So I think it really differs on strategies that you adopt as well as the risk appetite that you are comfortable in taking on. Yeah.
I think we should go back to the fundamental that everybody should have very full understanding of risk and return trade-off.
Yes.
Knowing that crypto is still relatively new, not too new, but knowing that something is new, you should be prepared to take on that kind of risk.
Yeah, I think just to share a little bit more, what's the third tip that I can share on investing in crypto would be understand the risk, as mentioned earlier on. Understand the risk in investing in crypto. Obviously, because it is a new asset class, so volatility definitely comes with it. So as a new investor, you should definitely understand the risk involved, as well as do your own research about investing in crypto and the cryptocurrencies that you are buying into. So, for instance, in Malaysia, there are only 4 cryptocurrencies that are being approved by the Securities Commission of Malaysia that you can trade among Malaysians. So the 4 are Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, as well as Litecoin. So maybe take a little bit of your time to understand about what's Bitcoin and what's the other 3 cryptocurrencies that's in the market. How are they different from each other? And depending on which of the cryptocurrencies that you believe in, then that's where you can start investing. So Luno does offer 4 of the cryptocurrencies, so you can safely trade on our platform as well as invest. And other than that, I think that's all from me. The 2 tips that I can share in investing in crypto.
But back to the point where we all live in an internet world nowadays.
Yeah.
You can so easily find information.
Yeah.
But where should people look for this kind of trustworthy information about crypto?
Maybe I can share a little bit on that. So as I mentioned, there's 4 cryptocurrencies that's been approved by the Securities Commission of Malaysia. So the Luno platform, we are actually very excited and driven in producing quality content for our users. So as a new investors, when you come into the crypto space and let's say you want to understand the fundamentals of Bitcoin, take for example, the most famous of all, you can actually go to the Luno platform and we have a learning or a content portal where there's basics of it, like we explain to you what is Bitcoin or what is it about, how is it transacted and stuff, what is the fundamentals of it. So we actually have all these articles in place where as a new investors, you can go onto our platform and study and learn a little bit from there.
As with any other investment, you can fall into the trap of thinking that it's a get-rich-quick scheme. I mean, and this is not limited to crypto, it's limited to anything. Some people think stocks is the way, some people think property is the way. Everyone wants to try and get rich quick. So my suggestion is treat crypto like a new kind of investment, which also means that you are not investing, I want to get my money out in 3 months or 6 months. If you're new to it, understand that you're investing for say 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And I think with that kind of long time frame, you will be able to do it in a better, safer way for yourself.
Yeah, I think that is a very, very good point. Like a lot of people have this, even though we always talk about don't have this kind of mentality, but out there we believe there are still a lot of people who have this, invest in this, then I'll get rich, and just put money in there. After 3 months, I'll get out with 3 times, 5 times, 100 times of the return. There are still many people who relate crypto with negative activities or illegal activities like scams, money game, or money laundering. How do you address that?
So I'll take that. So investing in crypto, or obviously there's both positive and negative kind of publicity towards investing in anything. So for crypto, you may notice that it's more towards the negative side, but that's where I think it's important to note that the government acknowledges this, and that's why there's regulatory framework in place to govern it, to protect investors. And if regulated platforms, we adhere to strict requirements and everything to protect our investors, and obviously the dubious or dodginess kind of thing has been taken care of because we have a regulator overlooking and regulate the space. So if you trade on regulated platforms, you have that peace of mind that everything is safe and proper and it's legal. But if you decided to take on the risk in investing in high unregulated platforms, you have to take that chance that you might be trading with criminals or people that you do not know of that is involved in any kind of illegal activity. So that is why we always advise or recommend to new investors trade on regulated platforms, because that there is a regulatory framework in place, and if there's complaints and everything, you know who to reach out to, and rest assured that they'll be protected from them.
It does sound like people can invest with peace of mind investing
Yes.
in regulated platforms.
Yes.
On top of that, many people also wonder, how does crypto tax in Malaysia?
Let me shed some light on that one. So crypto tax is a topic that sometimes we actually get asked quite a lot, and I think that the topic of tax itself is actually quite confusing to a lot of people. But I think the guidelines are fairly clear. In Malaysia, there's something known as capital gains tax, or rather, most things in Malaysia do not have capital gains tax. Means if you invest in something like say stocks, and then you sell and then you profit, and then you don't get taxed on it. Now, the specific rules by LHDN, which is the Lembaga Hasil, they do not specifically call out to say that crypto is taxed A, B, C way or anything like that. So from their side, it's not like they have specific regulations according to crypto. But I think we can look at the way that tax operates for other things. Like the first thing I mentioned, the capital gains tax. So if you invested in crypto and it is not your main source of income, there is no guideline that says that you need to pay tax on those gains today. Now, it's slightly different if you do it like a full-time job. Like you're trading crypto all the time. And I think that applies to whatever sort of source of income that may be. For example, if you do property full-time, if you do stock market full-time trading in and out, those kind of income you should probably declare, I think. And if you're not sure, do consult a tax advisor. But that, I think, is taxable income. But again, if you're investing for your own purposes, you're buying long-term, you're earning sort of an investment kind of returns, you shouldn't worry about tax.
I think that definitely shed some lights for this common question. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
So Scarlett and Aaron, so what is that one big audacious habit or goal that you want our audience to take action now?
For me, I think one of the big audacious habit or goal that I want the audience to take on is that go to luno.com, the learning portal, and click what is Bitcoin. Just read one article about Bitcoin, or even if let's say you don't want to go to luno.com, you can just go to even Google or even YouTube. Just read or watch a video or an article explaining to you, what's Bitcoin. Take that first step and get educated about what's cryptocurrencies and what is it all about.
Might change your life.
Yeah.
And what about yourself, Aaron?
Well, I'm on the MyPF show, so I'm going to say that sign up for Luno using the MyPF promo code. It's a pretty generous promo code. And I think the important thing to realize here is that even though the promo code threshold for redeeming something is 500 ringgit, you don't have to do it instantly, right? You can use the promo code and then you can start with say 10 ringgit, get your first experience in Bitcoin. And then if you really like it, then you can invest more and to reach the threshold for redeeming the promo code. Yeah, so I would encourage everyone to take that first step.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kat.
Thank you, Kat.
I think Aaron and Scarlett definitely did share great information about investing in crypto. Knowing that we now have regulated platforms for investing in crypto, I believe everyone should give it a try. Start with a small amount and just see how it goes. Thank you, PodCats, for listening. You can find the show notes and links on our website, mypf.my/PodCat. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Hasta pronto.